Hello everybody and welcome back to Sin City Living. Apologies for not having posted as much lately as I usually do. Been a busy couple of weeks, schedule changes, a lot of things going on at work, but hopefully I can get myself back into the swing of things, so we'll be bringing you guys some more videos. As always, a shout out of appreciation to our patrons. All those tips of support are very appreciated. Once we get the live stream going, we're probably going to do a patron only live stream, but otherwise right now I hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we're able to put out with the entire How to Deal Dice class. So should have a couple more of those coming out in the next couple of days. And for everybody else, please keep an eye. We're still struggling getting the live stream going. I think I've got the equipment. I'm just having some issues, compatibility issues, but I'm going to get them figured out. We're going to get the live streams going, starting out with the craps tournament. Right now I only have about 7 or 8 players, but I'm hoping that a few more of you guys will email us with some interest in it. We are going to have to back the time up from Thursdays at 6 to probably 4:30. My schedule did change. I no longer have Thursdays off. Yeah, that being said, if you're curious about the Patreon live streams and stuff like that, just check the description of the video down below. And otherwise, we're going to go ahead and jump right into today's video. So for today's video, it's going to be part of the how to deal dice thing. We've got most of those videos over on our Patreon, but since we've already done this one before, I want to do it again under a different camera angle, and that is the press moves. Press moves on the 6 and 8. Now, it's almost impossible to find a $5 table anymore, but I'm going to start this at $5 and then do the press moves from there. When you're at a $10 minimum bet table, then the press moves just start at the $10 or the $12. So they're all the same moves. Now, with these moves, I'm going to show you a couple different ones. First, I'm going to show you the press moves, pressing 1 unit at a time from $6 all the way up to $60. Then I'm going to show you dual press moves for the 6 and 8 from $6, pressing both of them 1 unit at a time, all the way up to $30. The reason for that is very, very few people will sister press once they get into the green. It's really, really weird. I think I've had to do it maybe twice over the last 3-4 years. One player. So basically 2 players over the last few years. It's just extremely rare. Typically once they get to the $30, they mid-press or do other stuff. So generally, if you want to create moves, and I do have moves for those, but they're super complicated. They're really ridiculous, and it's better just to build the bets out, which is what I generally do. So let's start with the single presses, okay? Now, the very first time it hits, 6 pays 7, and since it's just a standard press, which means you are doubling the bet, then the answer is always the cap. You always just give the cap. When you're doubling the bet, be it from 6 to 12 or from 12 to 24 or from 18 to 36, the change is always just the cap. So I'm just going to give the player the cap, and I'm going to stack the rest up. Next, 12 to 14. 12 pays 14. You're going up to 18. You're going up to $18. So what you're going to do, and you'll hear this phrase a lot through these press moves, take one, leave one. There are multiple ways to do these press moves. I only teach one particular sequence or style. The reason I stick with this one is because the take one, leave one comes up multiple times. Take one, leave one. Take one always applies to the payout. Leave one always applies to the bet. So what that means is I'm going to take one chip, and I'm going to leave one chip. Take one, leave one. Then I'm going to give it to the player. And my other hand, my inside hand, because I use the outside hand always to pay the player, my inside hand will stack everything up. And I went from $12 to $18. Now 18 pays 21. Now if they want to press 1 unit, I'm just going to take the cap, add it to the $21. Again, my outside hand is the one that's handing off the money. Now 24 pays 28. I'm going to pay 30 for 2, so I'm going to pay $30. I'm going to take $2 off the bet and hand that out with my outside hand. My inside hand is going to stack up the bet. 30 pays 35. Now this is one where you're going to ask the player to drop you down $1 unless they don't have any. If they don't have any, then you have to cut it out with white. Right? 30 pays 35. So with my inside hand, I'm just going to take $1 and that red. We go from 30 to 36. We stack the rest up. Now I'm going to go ahead and steal all this. Now $30 pays $36 pays $42, okay? Now 36 pays 42, and if we press it up 1 unit, we're going to 42. So all I have to do is give them the bet and stack the rest up. 42 pays 49. So I'm going to cut out 49. Now we're adding $6 to it, so 42 goes to 48. So I'm going to take $1 and then give them the rest of the bet because it paid 49, so I'm just going to keep 48 of it. Stack it up right there. Now 48 pays 56. So I'm going to cut out 56. Now if we're pressing it up 1 unit, we're going to 54. That means I need 2 green and 4 white. I happen to have 3 white right here. So I'm just going to grab that other white, stack it up with the green, and hand the rest off with my outside hand. 54 pays 63. We're going up to 60. I've got it right here. There we go. Hand it all off. Now before I do the dual press moves, I want to show you guys how this would look for real. So 6 pays 7, pressing it up 1 unit, they get 1 change. 12 pays 14, take 1, leave 1, stack it up, they go up to 18, 18 pays 21, we're going to 24. 24 pays 28, going to 30. 30 pays 35, going to 36. 36 pays 42. 42 pays 49. 48 pays 56. And then 54 pays 63. And those are pressing 1 unit. So now let's look at dual pressing from 6 to 30 on both the 6 and 8. And how would it work? Move these stacks to where they would actually be on a live game. So with the 6 and 8, the very first dual press, you have to keep in mind when you're pressing up 1 unit for both of them, that means you need $12 every single time. Well, the very first time, if you're on a $5 table, this won't apply if you're on a $10 table. You'll be starting at the next level. It only pays $7, so you don't have enough. You don't have enough, so the player is going to have to throw in $5. All right? And you're going to take each bet from $6 to $12. Well, what do you have right in front of you? You have $12. So what I'm going to do is with my inside hand, I'm going to take the cap. Basically, I need to move this bet in between these chips. So I'm going to take the cap, and then I'm going to sweep the whole bet over while my outside hand is taking the rest up. We take both these bets from 6 up to 12. Now, 12 pays 14. With my inside hand, I'm going to give them my outside hand, I'm going to give them the inside cap. With my other hand, I would do take 1, leave 1. Remember, take 1, leave 1? Take 1 always applies from here. Leave 1 always applies from the bet. Leave 1 always applies to the unmodified bet. This one has been modified because I removed the cap. So therefore, I'm going to take 1, and I'm going to leave 1 chip. Okay? Stack it up. Both bets have gone from $12 to $18. Now, 18 pays 21. If I pay this with 4 red and a white, I actually do not have the $12 available to me in order to press both of those bets. So in order to do this, I actually need to pick 3 red chips and just size in twice with white. It's a lot of white, but it's necessary in order to be able to pay everything off. Now on this one, with my outside hand, I'm going to take $1 and go to the inside bet, and I'm going to take the entire cap and 1 red chip and hand it off. My inside hand is going to take 1, leave 1. So I'm going to take 1, and I'm going to leave 1 chip, and then stack everything up. They go from 18 to 24. Now 24 pays you 28. If both bets are going up to 30, I need 2 green. I need 2 green. Now in this spot, there are a ton of different moves you can make. Absolute ton of different moves you can make. I like to keep it as simple as possible. I've seen payouts where you pay $52 for one of the bets, one of the entire bets, where I would cut out $52 and just sweep one of the bets over to the box. I like to keep it as simple as possible. It pays 28. I need 2 green. Okay, so I'm going to pay it $50. How much am I overpaying by? 22. So I'm going to take $2 off of this bet and come over here. So with my outside hand, I'm going to, all this belongs to the player plus this because it's the rest of their payout. Inside hand, I'm going to take this bet to the box, the $22 that I overpaid by. I'm going to size in, give the player the rest, and now I have my $30. Okay, so let me show you guys how it looks on a live game. So we'll say the player throws their $5 in. Okay, so 6 pays 7, 12 pays 14, take 1, leave 1. 14 pays 21, but again, I need the white. Take 1, leave 1. And then 50 for 22. There you go. And that are the standard press moves for the 6 and 8. Very, very important. All dealers need to know these press moves. Dealers that do not know these press moves are very much noticed by boxmen. They generally will either assume the dealer did not go to a dealing school, or they will assume the player is somewhat lazy and chose to forget them and chose to not practice them when they got out of dealing school and chose to just do things the slowest, longest way possible. So there you guys go. That is the standard press moves for the 6 and 8, both single press and dual press. I hope you guys find this interesting, enlightening, illuminating, just plain fun, all the usual stuff. We will catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Okay guys, so as I promised at the end of the videos, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the live stream and how it's going to work. So the first thing is, if you're interested in being one of the players for our craps tournaments, which is we're going to have every single week, please email us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. I need the email addresses and want to know who is interested so that we can get it set up and we can select it. I'm going to have, the first round is going to be 16 players. There'll be 4 players per week. The 5th week is going to be the 4 champions from the previous weeks to get an ultimate champion. I haven't decided yet what the prize will be. Maybe I'll see if I can pick up another one of these lights. But we'll have some sort of prize for our champion. So please, if you're interested, email us. I want to pick the first 8 players, the first 2 weeks worth of players, so that we'll have the first 4 ready for the first week, and the other 4 will be kind of backup, just in case somebody has connection issues or something comes up and they're not able to play that week. Then I've got the other players on standby, so I can just bump one of them up or maybe shift the first person down or something along those lines. The main tournament is going to be Thursdays at 6 o'clock, my time, Las Vegas time, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time. And it's the way it's going to work is it's going to be a time thing. I'm going to do the live stream for an hour. I'm going to do the game for an hour, rather. And it might work out to about 30 rolls, might work out to about 40 rolls. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. But it's going to be time. It's going to be an hour. Instead of the craps tournaments that they do down on the strip where it's 30 rolls, we're going to do an hour. So I want to make sure I have a finite time limit for this to start with, and then we will go from there. I'm going to find a way, either a Discord or a Zoom or a private chat room, some way for the players to be logged into something where I can communicate with them on my second computer so that they can tell me what their bets are, what they want to bet, what they want to press when something hits, without me having to scroll through the full chat of the live stream itself. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on that, and if we have enough people watching and chatting, it could be difficult to keep an eye. So I have to figure that part out. Another reason I need the emails, so I can communicate back and forth with the potential players. So if you're interested, again, please email me. Eventually, just pretty much everybody's going to have an opportunity to be in on these things because we're going to do multiple ones. I'm also looking at probably doing a second craps tournament, maybe late Wednesday nights, possibly, I'm not sure, where I'm going to do it a little bit different. The second one is going to be, instead of 1 hour and then whoever's got the most chips is the winner, because those craps tournaments tend to have really weird strategies. They're not normal strategies that you'd see in normal play, because you're competing against other players and you just want to make sure you have more chips than them by the end. What I'm going to do with the second tournament is, instead of a weekly winner, we're going to play for an hour, and then I'll keep track of how much money people still have on there, or how many chips they still have. And then the next week, same players are going to keep going. Basically, this game will go until the bankrolls end, until we have one person with money left, or chips left. Again, there's no money involved in this. So once we have one final winner, so people will drop out as their play money bankrolls expire, as they run out of chips. So that one, I'm guessing we'll see some more normal strategies, the kind of things people actually play when they're actually playing craps. And then eventually we're going to add baccarat, pai gow, 3-card poker, blackjack, of course, to these tournaments. Whatever we can, to these live streams and live stream tournaments. Whatever we can, when we can, as best we can. We're going to have to figure it out as we go. We have a lot of time constraints between me working full-time plus a child. But we're going to do the best we can. We're very, very excited to have this going. And we also will try and pick a day or time where I can do a patron exclusive tournament, or two. We'll see. We'll see how many of our patrons are interested, and see if we can't get that going as well, where it's only on the patron site. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Please, if you're interested in playing in one of the tournaments or partaking in our live streams, aside from just the chat, obviously it's a live stream, please watch, chat with us, let us know how it's going or what you think, and otherwise, please, again, email us, sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Any suggestions, please hit us up. Thank you guys very, very much. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.